standards.
Yeah.
How dark and gritty are you going, and how close to the comics are you leaning here?
Well, I mean, we've done 4 story trailers during the fall where we presented each character and where we're just showcasing a bit of that grittiness. And we've tried to really stay true to the original darkness and the original mood of Robert Kirkman's universe. And I think we're really onto something, right? Because we hear people screaming as they're playing. And, you know, something that is so cool about The Walking Dead is that when shit hits the fan, it goes dark really fast, right? So you have people dying, you have to help your friends, etc. And without spoiling too much about the story in the game, yeah, there's definitely going to be things that happen, you know.
So
you're going to meet friends and enemies.
Are there choices in the game?
There's always choices. There's always choices in video games, you know. And especially in a cooperative game, there's always a choice. Do I go for my friend who's lying there, getting eaten by 4 walkers, or do I leave? You know, that's always the kind of choice you got to do in this type of game, anyway. Yeah.
Now, when you say co-op, is it local, online?
Online, yeah.
Okay.
It's fully online, yeah. So the game is a 4-player co-op game, but of course you can play by yourself if you want to. You can play 2 people if you want to be like a ragtag, you know, duo, taking on the walkers yourselves. And that we're probably going to have people do that, you know, because in a post-apocalyptic setting, everyone has their own idea how to best survive. And that's what we want to give players the opportunity to try to explore.
Okay, you have 4 unique characters. Do they have any like special
skills?
Yeah,
they do. Yeah. So it's an action game, but making games, we also love making games for hardcore players who love to, you know, change skill trees and try different weapons that have different damage outputs, etc. And it being a 4-player game, you can combine, right? So you go full-out tank with Aiden, you know, the architect who favors the baseball bat. So we have you in the front lines, whereas you would go maybe with Grant, pick the sniper rifle, scout the area, the tactician of the group.
I actually think you kind of nailed it.
Yeah.
Like I would make him go in front, and I'd be in back shooting people.
Yeah. Go kill that walker.
Yeah, good job. You're doing great. I'd be you know, encouraging him.
And I could be Maya. I could be the medic. So Maya is a surgeon. Yeah. So I could heal you guys up when everything's over. Yeah. So I'll be hiding somewhere, going like, are they dead yet? Are the walkers gone? And then I go sort things out.
So you speak about it. Well, survival is obviously a big thing when it comes to zombies.
Yeah.
What about crafting?
Crafting is a big part of the game as well, yeah. So as you walk into Washington, D.C., you're going to have to find gadget, pieces, scrap metals, etc. And these are then used to create different things, everything from the weapons that you use, throwables, etc., to other things that you need in the camp, etc. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I see, like, it looks like kind of a... the melee weapon that you have out, or that they had out, was like a cobbled together, something like that, so you can like make weird combinations of stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, the game is set in a post-apocalyptic setting, so nothing's working as it should, right? Cars, you know, they just stand still. Nobody's driving them, and by the way, you have to stay away from car alarms in the cars, you know, because if you beat a walker and they touch a car, it might start making noises, and you don't want to make noises in Washington, D.C. with a ton of walkers around you, right? Because any noise you make, the walkers will hear, so they will try to get closer to you, right? And if you start firing weapons, like a shotgun, like a sniper rifle, the walkers will be attracted to that area.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and because it's humans you're fighting again as well, it becomes this three-way thing where you and the bandits are fighting, but suddenly the walkers just arrive from nowhere, and there's a horde of them, you know. So the bandits have to take care of them, but you have to also, right? So there's a really, really cool gameplay mechanic there going on.
Well, and that's been one of the themes of The Walking Dead since the very beginning. It's fear the dead, you know, kill the humans. You know, it's like the humans are the real threat. The other people you meet.
Exactly. And if you're a big a comic book fan, you know, as a comic book reader, that the humans at the end of the day they're monsters. Yeah. And the family stealing your only opportunity to get clean water, it's not that nice of a thing to do, right? So. Yeah.
So can you give us an idea of the scope of the world? Because Walking Dead, you see the big shots they do in the TV show, and even in the comic, you know, the atmosphere sets the mood.
Yeah.
Can you start with the environment? Is it open world, or is it semi-open world?
It's a mission-based structure, right? Because we have a clear idea of what we want to tell for launch, and after launch, when the game is out on November 6th, we want to see how everyone enjoys the story, the gameplay and everything, what kinds of weapons people do like, what kind of enemies they like to kill, etc. And based on that, we're going to do something we call like a lifeline for the game. So with Payday, the bank robbery game we made, we still work on it 5 years down the line. And the reason is we care. You know, we built a game, we built a world that we want players to continue experiencing. So it's less of like a movie, if you will, and more of like a TV show approach, where we just continue post-launch and just continue to add stuff. Payday 2 was released 5 years ago. 190 updates later, we still are doing stuff with the game.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
our ambition for this game too. Imagine a first-person co-op shooter within the Walking Dead universe, where you can just continue to get new storylines, where you can, as part of the community, be part of the experience and have opinions about groups we meet, playable characters, and be a part of that, and be able to say, I want to play as Negan, or where's
Right.
Rick, or start petitions online or whatever.
Yeah.
Because we're totally into that, and that we've shown that, and we've proven that already with Payday. So we're in a super, super good position, I think, as developers, to really give the gamers something where we together can, shape it in any way we form. So hypothetically, you go,
Flares
not
up.
dark enough. Well, let's do that then. Let's
Okay.
make it darker. Let's
that.
make it grittier. Let's kill someone off or whatever. It's up to us. Together with Robert Kirkman, of course, as well, because we want to make sure he's on, before we do anything weird. But that's the beauty of it. So yeah, a great opportunity for anyone who's into Walking Dead to just jump in and kill some walkers.
Now you said it's mission based. How does is there a storyline that progresses?
Yes.
Oh, there is.
Yeah,
Okay.
there is.
Okay.
Yeah. Because one of the things that are so good with the Walking Dead universe is the story and the storyline of the group.
Absolutely.
The storyline of the group that you're following and what happens with that group. So there is a storyline that we are following, and without spoiling too much, some of it can be experienced here at E3 as you play the mission that is available here.
Okay.
And obviously the rest will be available as we come closer to launch and when people get to play it themselves.
And
We were so many things. Husbands and wives, doctors and teachers, writers and architects. But when the world ended, all that ended too. Every day we fight for more than survival. We fight to build a new life. Alone, we're weak. But together, we might stand a chance.